He's a centre half. He's a number 4. Watch him defend, and we watch him score. He'll pass the ball, come as you like. He's Virgil van Dijk. He's Virgil van Dijk. Hello, lovely people. Hope you're well. First and foremost, in fact, you know what? It'd be a bit cheeky of me to ask people to like and subscribe after just hearing my singing voice, which isn't the greatest. But please do like, comment, and subscribe. And welcome to another Summer Daily News Show. It is Friday, the 13th of August. And usually Friday, the 13th is an unlucky day. Not when you're Liverpool Football Club, though. Virgil van Dijk has penned a new agreement which sees him extend his Liverpool contract to 2025. That's right, Virgil van Dijk has signed a 4-year extension with Liverpool Football Club today. Massive news, great news. We all love Virgil van Dijk. We all think he's absolutely sensational. In my opinion, he's the world's best centre-back, and he plays for the club that I love. It is a beautiful feeling. There's been loads of speculation this summer about contract renewals, etc. We've now seen Fabinho, Alisson, and now the big man Virgil van Dijk all renew contracts. Adrian too. But those three in particular are the spine of the team, and long may this continue. And look, I'm not going to go crazy about contract renewals because I do think that is the bread and butter of a football club. I don't think we should go overboard. Like, these are contract renewals at the end of the day. But to tie down those three players, the spine of the team, the three players that came in off the back of Coutinho leaving, that helped us to secure a Champions League and then went on to secure a Premier League, that is big. Well done, FSG. Well done, Mike Gordon. Well done, Michael Edwards. And well done, Jurgen Klopp. Well done, Liverpool Football Club. That has to be said. We cannot be seen as fans to just be criticising when things are going wrong. You have to praise when things are going right as well. Well done, FSG. Well done, Mike Gordon. Well done, Michael Edwards, and well done, Jurgen Klopp, for securing those three players. Now, obviously, later on in this particular show, we'll be speaking about more contract renewals that are pending. But Virgil van Dijk, he's had so many fantastic moments since he's been at Liverpool Football Club. Like, I think everyone forgets just how great the man is because obviously he had the horrible injury last season. But people are celebrating just dribbling or trying to dribble past this man. This guy is all worldly. There is not a thing he can't do as a centre-back. He can spread the play with great long-range passing. He's got pace for days. He's got strength for days. Aerially, he's brilliant. Attacking-wise, he's excellent. Command, leadership. When you want to build the perfect centre-back, God said, look, there's Virgil van Dijk. He's yours. The guy is brilliant. I hope he bounces back from his injury. I don't want the club to rush him back from his injury. However, it looks as though he will be starting tomorrow alongside Konate, which is big news, which is something we'll discuss in our our rival watch and Kopish call-in, which is at 6:30 UK time tonight. So make sure you tune in for that. But if the club feel it's right, if Virgil feels right, if Klopp thinks it's right, and look, who am I to question the club? Who am I to question the great guys that we've got at Liverpool Football Club? But this is a big statement of intent. Keeping Virgil van Dijk, and I'm hoping this is the start of the period where we don't lose players like your Suarez, your Coutinho, your Torres, who can have their heads turned by your likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, and other big money players. But if we can continue to secure players like this to long-term deals, if we can continue to add to the great players we have now, we can be back on the top sooner than you guys think. So long may it continue. Congratulations, Virgil van Dijk, on your new contract. If anyone deserves a new contract, it is you. Well done, big man. And we can't wait to see you wearing that jersey for another 4 years and hopefully even more than that. Right, moving on to the next topic. Mr. Jurgen Klopp. Apparently, there is rumblings coming out, and this isn't necessarily from Jurgen Klopp, although he has touched on it, saying that there's a high possibility we don't sign anyone else this window. Everyone knows my thoughts on that. We need at least 2 players. I think we will sign 2 players. I think these are just rumblings coming out from the club. It looks as though Shaqiri is very close to leaving. The fee obviously seems to be a stumbling block. However, I think that will be sorted out before the end of the window. Minamino was a player that was looked at to be leaving. However, after a good preseason and the fact that he's been playing a lot in preseason, it looks as though he's going to be a player that sticks around. And then the other player is Divock Origi. Now, again, we will go into the Divock Origi in more situation in a bit more detail. However, I will just quickly say something on it. I think a lot of fans are starting to be very, very harsh with the whole Divock Origi situation. They're almost, it's not even almost, it's getting to the point where it's becoming abusive, and it's not his fault that the club gave him a new contract when they did. It's like he signed a new deal off the back of helping us to secure a Champions League trophy. Like, he deserved that new deal at the time. Yes, I think he should have been sold last summer, maybe even the summer before, but he wasn't. And again, that's not necessarily his fault. Now, there is rumors and rumblings coming out of the club that he doesn't want to leave. But again, as fans, we have to sometimes step back and analyze ourselves. We sit here and we criticize players who want to leave before their contract is up and say they don't honor their contract, etc. When a player is technically honoring his contract and saying he doesn't want to leave Liverpool because he loves the club and he wants to stay and prove himself, we can't then turn around and cuss him out for that. Now, do I think he's good enough for Liverpool? No, I'm not going to make any secrets about it. But there's ways to go around it, and there's ways to be fans, and we should be doing better than that. We can't be sitting here slating the guy. There's a difference between slating him and saying that we think he's not good enough. Can't be slating a man like Origi. He turns up to training. He scored big goals for us. He's a cult hero. He does stuff for the community. Like, come on, let's get a bit of perspective here. And again, not even to draw anyone out, but we have this energy for players, but yet our owners can do certain things and get away with it. Let's keep the same energy for both. That's all I'll say on that Divock Origi situation until later. But in terms of no new signings, just hypothetically speaking, I'd love to get your guys' thoughts on this in the comment. If Liverpool weren't to lose anyone and we weren't to sign anyone, how detrimental could that be to our title challenge? And I want you to think about that carefully, because obviously we all love the new shiny toy. Look, I'm sitting here and I'm telling you straight, I want 2 players to join. 3 would be amazing. I think we still need a centre midfielder. I still think we need 2 forwards, not just 1. I think we need 2. I think we need an out-and-out striker, and in an ideal world, a left-footed attacker. Someone like, I don't know, Pedro Neto. But even other names such as Diaby from Leverkusen, you've got Chukwueze, you've got so many left-footed players who can come in and do a job. Bowen is another player that some people seem to like as well. Harvey Barnes, although not left-footed, is someone that the club seem really hot on as well. I think we need another wide forward, another striker, and a centre midfielder, and that will give us as complete a squad as we can hope for at this stage in Liverpool's history. That being said, though, I think it's going to be very difficult to get 2 top quality players in the door unless the groundwork has already been done, and I'm hoping it has already been done. But what I will say is, guys, we've still got what we the 13th of August, another what we 31st of August, the window shuts, another 19 days left of the window, or 18 should I say. We have to be patient. We have to wait. I'm still positive that we will. I'm still optimistic that we will. But if we don't, then it'll be very interesting to see, 1, how the fan base reacts, and 2, how the team and Klopp reacts. It's going to be very interesting. Now, speaking of contract renewals, like we touched on earlier, these 3 men apparently are the next 3 in line to receive contract deals, as well as Robertson. Now, I'm going to say something slightly controversial. Maybe it's not controversial. Salah 100% deserves a new contract. Robbo goes without saying. Mane and Firmino, me personally, I would hold off from giving those 2 new contracts yet. I love the 2 players, 2 of my favourite ever Liverpool players, especially in my lifetime. But I personally would hold off on giving them 2 new contracts. And the reason I say that is because they endured really bad seasons last season. Whether you want to debate who had the worst season out of the 2, and yes, they've got fantastic credit in the bank. That goes without saying. But credit in the bank doesn't necessarily stipulate to what you can do in the future. Football is a ruthless sport. It's a ruthless game. And sometimes you have to be ruthless to get the best results. That being said, I'm not saying we don't give them new contracts at all. What I would like to see, though, is the club maybe hold off until maybe December, January time to see how those two players start the season, how they develop throughout the season. Then I'd be more wanting to give them a contract then. If we were to give them a contract now, and let's say Mane's form doesn't pick up from what it was last season, let's say Bobby's form doesn't pick up from what it was last season, then we're going to have a trouble future on our hands potentially, because we're going to have two high earners who are underachieving and underperforming, and that throws up its own set of issues. But Salah is the one we have to tie down, not just from a footballing standpoint, but from a commercial marketing standpoint as well. He is the face of Liverpool Football Club from a player standpoint. And many people may not say he's our best player. That's completely arguable. But he is the face. He's the most marketable man in Liverpool Football Club. Dare I say it, the most marketable player in the Premiership. Rival fans might not want to hear it. Some Liverpool fans might not even want to hear it. But those are the facts. The guy is huge. Pause. The guy is huge. So I hope we tie down Salah before anyone else. Robbo, I hope we tie down. But me personally, I would wait until around December, January time to tie down Firmino and Mane. But that being said, I still do hope that they can recapture their form, and I hope they stay Liverpool players for the foreseeable future. But people, make sure you check out our Norwich City preview that we did last night. We did that live, so check that out if you haven't already before the game tomorrow. Make sure you sign up to our Fantasy Premier League. All the details are on Twitter, our Twitter page. And also make sure you tune in tonight for Kopish Call In and Rival Watch, the show where you guys get to call in live and speak to us directly to air your concerns, ask your questions, or leave your comments. A massive thank you. Please, guys, smash the like button. It really helps us to drive this video so more people can see it, especially more Liverpool fans. We want to get the community as big as possible. So until this evening, people, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay blessed. My name's Callum. We are Kopish, and we are out, people. Take care.